What's up, everybody? Now that the puppy's sleeping, I could finally film a video. So today I wanted to film the misconceptions of blind dating. How blind people date, sighted people, blind people, or any type of person for that matter. And I'm going to tell you the story of when I used to use Zeus to find a guy and what happened and how everything turned out with him. So let's get into it. Do you think that blind people date only blind people, or do you think that blind people like expand their horizons and date any type of person? Well, here's the answer. Yes, we date all types of people, all types of races. I mean, why would we just stick to just dating blind people? It's like saying you're white, so you should date a white person, or you're African American, you should date an African American person. That's just limiting yourself to one type of person. The reason I say this is because when I was in junior high, we were all talking about going to the school dance and who are we gonna go with, and this guy goes like, hey, there's another blind guy, you should go to the dance with him. And I was like, what? Like, why would I want to go with another blind guy? At this time I was like, I am not dating a blind guy, and no matter what. So I kind of felt weird that he said that to me, like I'm not good enough to be dating other people. That kind of stuck with me throughout junior high, but throughout high school, it's like, whatever, I'm gonna date whoever I feel like it. Okay, I walked out of the gym one time after working out, and it was the morning. I don't know why I'm saying it was the morning, but yeah, I walked out and I was just going to class, and this guy says, hey girl, like saying, oh my gosh, you're pretty. But then all of a sudden his friend's like, hey man, she's blind. And the guy was like, oh shit. He just stayed quiet and they were left. But just to it just shows that once someone knows that you have a disability or you have something that is different that they don't understand, boom, they like close off and they get embarrassed, especially in high school when their friends are saying, oh shit, man, why are you gonna date this person? Or, oh shit, man, why did you say she was hot if she's blind? So then I thought, I'm gonna go on these dating sites. Before, I don't think there was Tinder and there was no Facebook dating yet. So there was only Zeus, and that was the site that I was using because it was linked to Facebook. And I went on there and I was like, let's see what these dudes are really looking for, because I was kind of like skeptical that you could find someone online still. I wasn't used to that dating online like that. So I went there and you talk to them, hey, how are you? And I was like, what, how am I supposed to date this person, or when should I tell them that I can't see? So also when I was in the dating website Zeus, I never disclosed that I was visually impaired or blind because I knew I would get turned down and I knew people wouldn't be interested in me. So I was like, nope, I'm not telling that guy. So I would have a conversation with them. And if they came up with a question like, oh, what's wrong with your eyes? I'd like be like, oh yeah, something happened. I didn't tell them I was blind. I was like, an accident. Like, it'll get better. But it was always like, I always had to hide what was going on, and I wasn't comfortable saying it or telling the guy, hey man, I can't see, I was born this way. And I kind of wish I did. I don't know. It's just like, how would you bring it up? And I was a teenager. Like, how do I bring that up when dating? No one says, oh, here's the handbook of dating. You can say that you're disabled or blind and tell the guy, and he will say yes. Nope. No one created that, unfortunately, but oh well. All the guys that I really talked to, they just wanted to have fun and didn't really want a relationship. So then I was like, whatever, I don't care about this dating stuff, and I'm just gonna stick to, meeting people in school. So I met this guy in school and he was really nice and kind, and I felt like we had a lot in common, similar music, similar likes and all that stuff, and we started seeing each other for a little bit. But then I never told anybody that I was dating a guy that could see. When I was younger, my parents and family would just tell my cousins to take care of me all the time. And one time I remember I was with a friend and a family member was like, "Oh, where are you guys going?" And then I said, "I'm going over here." And then he was like, "Oh, well, take care of her." Why would you tell a friend to take care of me? So I never told my family that I was dating this guy. And it was fun. It was nice to get to know him, and we'd mostly see each other in school or go to Starbucks or sometimes go to the movies. And at some point the relationship just didn't work out, and we both went our separate ways, and that was it. And because of that breakup of that relationship, I was like, I gotta find someone else. And then I just jumped into another relationship just like that really fast. It wasn't even a relationship, I would say. It was mostly like just going out. We didn't label it. I think that's when people started like not caring if you ask them, "Oh, you want to be my boyfriend or you want to be my girlfriend, whatever." So we dated for a bit, for like the summer, I think. I'm not even sure. It's all a blur. I don't know. We weren't compatible. We didn't have things in common. We rarely talked. So I was like, okay, whatever. So we just stopped talking. It wasn't like, oh, I'm breaking up with you. It was more like, whatever, dude. We're going our own path, our own way. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sick and tired of these relationships. I'm tired of dating people that I'm not compatible with, or just people like I don't like the game. The dating game is exhausting for me. Like some people enjoy going out with different types of people, but for me it tires me out and I need a break. So I was like, I need a break. And then finally after high school I graduated and I left. I wanted to start fresh and start a new life in this other place. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna enjoy my single life and see what comes my way. And at this point, I was kind of both ways because I was able to experience dating someone that can see, someone that can somewhat see, and then someone I haven't gotten the experience of dating no blind guys. So I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm open to dating blind guys. I wasn't looking for anybody in particular. I was just acclimating to my new place, just being on my own and figuring everything out. And it was a lot to take in. So then I met this guy who is currently my boyfriend. I remember when I met him, he was cool and nice, and we just clicked and we went on dates. That's when I started to become more accepting of my own situation and my own blindness, and that blind people or blind guys weren't that weird as people portray them to be. And I think for myself that was kind of mean because obviously I am weird and we're all weird, and just saying that blind guys are weird just because I kind of knew some doesn't mean everyone is. And we had so many things in common. We always had conversations. We could talk on the phone. I never had to be someone else for him, and I never had to pretend to like things to make him happy, and he didn't like have to like things to make me happy. I think it was easy, and it was an easy relationship, and we could relate to each other's experiences and talk about our struggles, and he would get it and I would get what he was going through. So we were able to talk about those things. You both are like a team. You help each other out. You don't feel like you're not doing enough, or you don't feel like you're falling behind. Like for me, I like help, but I don't like too much help. I don't want people to help me too much, and I also want to be do the same, do my part, and not let another person just like help me all the time, guide me all the time, take care of me all the time. When you date someone that can see, it's great because you may have things in common, but they will never be able to understand you, and they will never be able to understand what you're going through. But it doesn't matter because they're there because they love you and they want to be with you. But even so, the people that still look at you because you're dating someone that can see and you can't, they're always like, oh my gosh, you're so amazing, you're the nicest person I know. They make it seem like it's so amazing just because you're dating a blind person. You could be complimenting each other. You could probably be the blind person could be good for the other person. It's just crazy how people think that you can't love a disabled person. You can't be with them. You're just there to take care of them. That's the thing that a lot of disabled people, they have to always go through that. People looking, people staring, people saying, wow, you're so amazing. Everyone has standards in who they're going to date and when they're gonna date and how they're supposed to look like. But you never know when all of a sudden it's just gonna hit you and be like, I like this person or I love this person and they have a great personality and it doesn't even fit your standards, it doesn't even fit the characteristic that you wanted in the beginning. And I did have standards for the type of guy that I wanted, but in the end, it's the connection you have with that person. And you just can't pinpoint what it is, and you just feel comfortable around that person, and you almost feel at home with the person. And if you can, and if, when you feel at home and you feel like you could be yourself and you could feel like you don't have to be anybody else for that person, then you found who you really want to be with. No matter how many times you say, I'm never going to date this type of person, eventually you will date that type of person because you never know when you'll probably fall in love and you'll date the opposite person that you wanted to date. I think we're all just people trying to find our own soulmate, our person. And if we took all the labels away and you just saw everyone as people, you would have more variety, more of an opportunity to find that one person that you've been looking for. But if you close yourself off and put yourself in this small box instead of being like, expand your horizons, just dating people that you think are going to make you happy, people that are you have things in common, people that are kind to you, and not just a person that makes you look good in front of your family, makes you look good in front of your friends, makes you look good in general. Me and that person are the cutest couple in school, so we should go out with each other. Or all of our family says we should go out with each other. All our friends say we should go out with each other. Are your friends and family dating the person you are dating? Is that what's going on? Or are you the one dating that person? Because if that is so, you don't need their input. You don't need people telling you who you should date. That's up to you. So hopefully I got through a lot of misconceptions of dating, that we don't only date blind people and we're just in our own blind circle and we don't do anything. But there are people that just date blind people. There are people that just date people they can see, and same with everyone else. Everyone else can date different races. Everyone else can date disabled people. Everyone else can date whoever they want to date. It doesn't have to be closed-minded. Be open-minded and try new things only because you're scared to date a disabled person or you look lame dating a disabled person. Don't let that stop you. If you feel comfortable dating a disabled person or someone very different than you and someone very different from what society wants from people, then date them, because you're gonna close yourself off and you're gonna miss your opportunity of finding your own soulmate. And everyone here wants to find a soulmate. And if you are with a blind person and the other person is blind or visually impaired, like, what do you do? How do you date? Do you guys go out? Everything is the same. You do everything the same. You go out on dates, like I said before, Starbucks, movies, roller skating, hiking, bars, breweries, everything and anything you could do with a regular person, you could do with anybody else. It doesn't matter if you're walking or you're driving or you're on the bus or if you're gonna get somewhere late, as long as you're with a person that you really love, you can enjoy whatever trip you're taking together and appreciate when you get to that destination. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.